Hey everyone, let's talk about dog with hat. What's happening with this one? Seems like it's been steadily dropping from 40 cents to 20 cents, which is sad. It's obviously very sad. This week it saw a 35% drop, and I kind of predicted this. It has been listed on big exchanges yet, but this just tells you like cryptos do come and go. And while this is not over, let's check their Twitter over here and see everything that's been kept up to date. There's also been a lot of drama with Doc with Hat. Is that they've been saying that the owner was selling. I don't know if there were like text messages on Twitter, and those could have been false. And the Fortnite Pro that made the meme, or at least made it popular again, was called Isa. Now, personally, I don't think he sold the tokens or allocation or whatever, but he used it as his profile picture. He was very famous, so a lot of people are blaming him for the drop. But it got listed on Bitfinex, and it's definitely not over, but it's seeing a huge correction. Like a lot of crypto whales. Someone made dog with hat. He made about what, 400 mil. He made 3.3 billion from $3,000. Of course, these people are gonna sell. Like, don't be silly. You wouldn't sell if you had this amount of money. And it obviously makes very much sense to me. Like, they're going to be selling at that point, which is very, very obvious. So, dog with hat, is it over? No. But we're definitely seeing, like, drops in that sense. We're seeing, like, there's new competition. There's new memes coming in every single day. In crypto, it moves very fast. So I think a lot of people don't actually realize that, how important that is, what kind of drops we're seeing. It's absolutely unbelievable, right, in that sense. So to me, it really makes sense. Now, what's going to happen next with Dog with Hat? It's on number 178 spot, and it's definitely not long gone. It's still around here. It's still kicking. But compared to where it should get to all-time highs, and I'm talking about 40 cents or even getting to talking about dollar, it needs something more than just being a meme coin. Anyone can be a meme coin nowadays. What can it do to actually provide for the community? Can it make some sort of a cool protocol everybody will be using? Look at what Shiba did. It was the best. It hugely dropped off from its all-time highs, but it was one of the first. And I think this is the most important factor. Like, a lot of people are missing out. Like, Dog with Hat doesn't have these chances anymore. On being just another altcoin. It needs to be something much, much more. And I think this is such an important factor overall that most people don't talk about. And I mean, overall, it's a cool project, but when you go on their website, it doesn't really have a lot of stuff. Doesn't have an owner, doesn't have all these sorts of things. But this looks pretty awesome, though. I like that. If you guys want to be kept to date with work hard like this, be sure to smash that like button. Till next time, peace everyone. Hey everyone, so let's talk about Whales Market. Whales Market is seeing a 31% price growth. Now, it's stable around $3, and it's basically an exchange for whales on Orca, Radium, all of that. Offers decentralized over-the-counter trading with users directly exchange assets across multiple blockchains with complete and trustless security guaranteed. The novel idea behind Whales is too simple to address the inherent risk of peer-to-peer cryptocurrency trading. They're basically trying to aim towards big whales over here. And that to me is super interesting, because when you usually see projects like Shiba Inu, everything like that, they're catered towards smaller players. But this one's, they are really catered towards the big fish, the big players. And to me, that's absolutely insane. The main reason for this is because these tradings don't require any commitment against the parties involved. Now, this is something Coinbase is already doing, you know. So, for example, let's say a big exchange has about $100 million worth of crypto to sell. They're not going to sell it on the market because they're going to crash the price, and their own crypto, they're not going to get the best fees. So you sell it to an institution instead for a price of that sort. So that's what a lot of people are doing right now. Now, the question here is, how sustainable is this right now for a lot of people? And it's definitely a question I have right now. So what do you guys personally think? I think it's way super early into this one. Right now, we could be seeing a lot more of projects like this. But if we go on their Twitter here, like, look at this. So Solana, 26 million volume, which is a lot. OTC, decentralized exchange trade airdrop allocations. And I feel like it's actually at $3 right now because they had a huge pump. Again, there's more and more whales coming in. So that's one, news that a lot of people don't talk about. But the second one is actually very, very simple. Right now, a lot of people are going in for the long term. They're going to be talking more about crypto on everything that's going on. They're going to be discussing what's behind the scenes. And that to me is super, super important. If you ask me, it's absolutely huge. So that's what they're doing. They're trying to be the big one for the whales instead of hitting for the smaller players. They also had DMM, click on settle button. Now they had some guides over here. So yeah, to me, it seems like an interesting project to go for whales, like just a small minority of users, but doing a very good service for the rich ones, basically. To me, that's pretty exciting news, but it's definitely something else if you ask me. So what I think personally here is it's still fairly fresh, still fairly new, still a lot of people talk about it. So that is definitely really, really exciting. But guys, what do you guys think about the whales market? So I personally think that 90% of people won't be using this. And maybe a lot of people will be using Coinbase over the counter. So that's one competition. But they did get a listing on Magic Eden Diamonds. So I will keep you guys updated with more news. Until next time, peace everyone. Hey everyone, so let's talk about ARC block. This one was trending. Look at this spike. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, just dropped about 10 cents just as I was talking about this. Seems like it went from single day from nobody talking about it, like under 1 million to over 13 million volume. And I wanted to see what the big announcement is, like what's making it so big that everyone is flocking to this one. It's a platform building and deploying decentralized blockchain applications. Now, that is definitely exciting. We haven't seen that before. It builds itself as a complete blockchain 3.0 product platform to build, deploy, and manage apps easily. ERC20 token functions as a payment in the ARC20 blockchain. And if we go over here, there's a very good reason why it exploded. People are building for the future. And finally, they had their release. Why did ARC block take so long? Where's the momentum? Did you know that it takes 5 to 8 years for VC, decentralized identity and platforms to be fully developed? And ARC block was basically building even during the bear markets. And finally, it has launched with over 13 million volume, 6 years of hard work. We can calmly say that the efforts, which basically makes it about the same, 6 years they have been building this, fully functional and ready for enterprise individual use. So more people are now going to build cryptos and AI and projects through simplicity. They're not going to need so much coding overall. And I think this is the big thing. Like, if you want projects, if you want developers, if you want to save a lot of time, this has $0 gas fee per transaction. Obviously, like if you're on Solana, that's no problem, right? Ethereum is super, super expensive. But if you look at the long-term gains for this, the biggest problem, like a lot of people are seeing, is basically crypto projects are really hard to make without developers. And developers are paid a lot of money in crypto. To me, it's absolutely insane how much they're paid. But like it can be like 200, 300,000. And that's what these ARC block and all of that is trying to do. They're trying to make AI projects, blockchains, web apps easy. Now, it's still not that hard to make a token like Bonk and things like that. It's not impossible, of course. The reason and the problematic part is the long-term gains. This is where I think a lot of people have issues overall. So that's something I will keep you guys updated with. There's been a lot of questions of what's happening with crypto right now. It's still super early for most people. That being said, though, definitely a talk of the town right now for a lot of crypto projects is the simplicity of building something. So that's what they're building in the last 6 years, and it got 13 million volume. Also, 0 gas fees. Like, have you seen any blockchain that has 0 gas fees? I have not. Stake just one Abbott and say goodbye to gas fees forever, and I'm guessing a lot of projects did that. Unique model eliminates transaction costs, making your blockchain more sufficient and cost-friendly. $50 to mint your NFT. We're going to pass on that. You probably will too. They also have, you know, all of the stuff that obviously they've been working for some time. So I definitely like to see that. Hope you guys like more content like this, and I will keep you guys updated with more news. Anyway, until next time, be sure to smash that like button. Also, AI platform is designed to eliminate barriers for developers and users, making it easier to create sophisticated, scalable, and intelligent applications. How many projects right now can make AI projects? And I would say about probably zero or close to zero in that sense. Like not as many, if you ask me. And that to me is basically crazy, like how many projects are coming in and becoming that big thing in crypto. But I will keep you guys updated with more news if you guys want. There's been absolutely tons of news, but also they're making gaming, engaging blockchain base with zero fees. Like that's what the future of blockchains is. Zero fees for all cryptos, games, and stuff like that. So there is definitely some potential here. And again, I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not paid by them. I just think it's awesome that they worked for so far and finally get something out of it, or finally release, because a lot of projects, they don't end up releasing as we thought. Peace, everyone.